Shauna.
How different were the conditions today compared to yesterday and the day before?
Obviously the sun is shining today, but it's still a lot of wind out there, so it's tricky. It's it's swirling around from a very different direction than yesterday. So the morning wave I think got a couple of different looks at the golf course with some different winds, and it's still it's a difficult golf course. So you gotta bring your A game, and you gotta stay focused. You're gonna make some mistakes, but trying to minimize those mistakes is the big key.
Sitting in tied for fourth, a couple shots out of second. I mean, how good do you feel about where you are after round two, heading into the final tomorrow?
We're just trying to win the day. We're just trying to take it day by day. This is it's a demanding golf course for us. Obviously, we play here all the time, but it's challenging. Just trying to get our girls recovered and in a position to go out tomorrow and try and win that day. And if we do that, I think we'll be in a good position.
The challenges are out there, and then there's a little bit of pressure still, I'm assuming, with what you guys are doing. So how do you just kind of balance all that right now?
Honestly, I think for us, regionals was the hardest piece. And now to be at home, I think there's a comfort level of knowing the golf course, knowing what we're going to see, knowing the demand of the golf course. So I feel like our girls are in a really good mindset heading into tomorrow and the rest of the week.
Maria had some struggles putting there in the middle of her, holes today, and then she kind of broke out with a nice approach on 7 to get that eagle, kind of get her going.
Yeah, I think she might have three putted 6, no 5, and you can never count Maria Fossey out. I mean, she has so much game. Had a 6-iron into 7 to 20 feet, made it for eagle, and then 8's playing tough today, swirling in that little canyon on the par 3, and then had a nice look at it at 9 and just missed. So I think she's always in the game. She's in a good place. She's hitting it well, and obviously she knows the golf course and knows when she can be aggressive and when she needs to maybe throttle back.
To have her and Kaylee kind of sitting there with chances to win an individual tomorrow, what's that like for you guys?
I mean, that's what they work for. They've been tremendous leaders for us this year. They're consistent. We know we can always count on them, and I think their goal is obviously to end their last hurrah, if you will, in Fayetteville with a victory. And I think they're going to go out poised to be ready to do that tomorrow.
How would you describe Maria's overall demeanor this week and sort of how she's handling the pressure of playing at home in her last event?
I always say this is Maria Fossey's perfect environment. I think she loves the challenges. I think she loves the spotlight. I think she loves the bigger the stage, the bigger the player you'll see. And I think she feels at home. I think we've done a nice job of making sure she's rested and recovered and taking care of herself. And I mean, this is hog heaven, if you will.
Sierra looked like they kind of fed off each other a little bit. One would have a good shot, the other would kind of follow up with it there late in their round.
Yeah, I mean, Sierra's a fantastic player. Her and Maria are buddies, so I'm not surprised that they could feed off each other. When you see good golf shots, it tends to sometimes breed good golf shots in others, so that was a great pairing for them.
Have you sensed anything different about Maria since Augusta National in terms of how she might have grown or changed as a player?
I think probably early on she was wondering what the future looked like, and I think since Augusta, she's her golf has been in a really good place, and I think she's just found a lot of comfort knowing that everything kind of works out, and she came back to school when probably most people didn't want her to. It maybe even her at times, but she has had a specific plan, and she's really stuck to it. And I think you reap the benefits of being committed to your process and your plan. And I think that's where we are with her.
Has it been tough to manage not getting too comfortable on your home course?
No, we know that. I think that's the beauty of Blessings. We know that you have to be sharp, and we know you have to be focused. We know you have to be intentional, and we just really try and focus on the process of hitting good shots, looking at the golf course, the setup the night before, and looking at the whole locations, and kind of getting a game plan with the wind direction, how we can be successful, and knowing that we are going to make mistakes, but it's how you recover from those mistakes out here.
How's it different this week, with all the rounds that you guys have practiced out here and qualifying rounds for other tournaments to now, being a national championship on this course? How's it different this week?
I'll be honest, since this thing was announced 2 years ago, we've been preparing for this week just by media, just by trying to get out on the golf course in different conditions. We've played where we've only played from the bunkers for one day. I mean, we've tried to make sure that they've hit all the shots. Obviously, you're not going to be able to do that, but I just feel like when you know something, you find comfort in it and you don't panic on a golf course like this, because I think it's hard enough you could panic, but knowing that we've had the experiences out here, I feel like they've done a nice job.
Where do you think local knowledge comes in the most, whether placement on the greens?
Honestly, I think obviously green complex is probably a little, but just not panicking. It's hard. Like, it's hard for everybody, and just being able to know that you're going to make some bogeys, but there are some birdie opportunities. I think I was going through it last night. There are 11 holes that you could have wedges into, so you do have some scoring opportunities. But you also take advantage when you can. I mean, 7 today, we had everybody hitting 5 and 6 irons into 7 as a par 5. I mean, there are some gettable opportunities. You just have to minimize some of those mistakes.
What would you say about Maria Fossey's game most suits this golf course?
I think always length is her advantage. I mean, most like on 7 today, we hit a little 6 iron. She had the option of going for it on 9, where she can hit a 5 iron off the tee, and most people are hitting 5 woods into that little neck section. So I think length is definitely an advantage. She can get to the par 5. She can hit some small clubs into the holes. She probably has 15 wedges into holes. So that's definitely, the length is an advantage here for her.
One more question. No more questions. Thank you.
Yeah.
Someone was saying that the big improvement today by some teams was just course knowledge, and it made that much difference on the second day for some that hadn't seen the course before.
Yeah, I think anytime you play a golf course more than once that's at this a championship level, that you gain knowledge, you gain confidence, you gain maybe change your plan. What you thought was right in the practice round, you may change that up. So I think obviously people are going to get smarter and wiser as they move through the week.
Thank you.